Today, we talk about
And we back. So, Ashtag, first and foremost, peep the bop. You know I had to do it to him. I was running late to the airport, actually. Almost missed my flight, but I'm going to say thanks to these puppies, I was able to make it. I mean, bruh. Is there anything else I need to say about these for real, though? Guys, these ain't getting unscrewed. First of all, I lock these issues in here as tight as possible so that they're not really moving all that much. Although they still move a little bit, just a little bit, but it is what it is. The other cool detail, I don't know if I pointed out last time I pulled these out, was like the Horus pattern on the insole there. Let's see if we can get a nice sure look at that. You can kind of make it out there. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, man, the details on this are insane. Obviously, the other two came with more of that leather print as opposed to this spiky pyramid print. And I mean, guys. Of course, the dinosaur fins. I mean, this whole ish is just crazy. The horse and the sponginess to this ish. I just love like pushing in on these sometimes, you know, it makes me feel good. Obviously you can see starting to collect some wear, but I don't mind because it is what it is, cuz. Gotta do it to them. That's how you make them last forever, ideally, because these ain't never coming back, I'll tell you that. Plus the strap, the Nike-ish, oof. The lace lock. I mean, this whole issue is just unreal sometimes that I'm actually holding these in my hand. I never thought there would be a day where I own these. But anyway, we're spending way too much time on these poppies. And I know I classically bippity bop y'all, but I got to do a gentle bop for these. And actually, before we bust out the bag, let's bust out the Louis. A few pairs in here. Zippity doodah. Oh, shout out John Mayer one time. Ha, back to business. So, where are we at? Yep, okay. So, you know what? Time for flight. Busting out the Air Jordan 33 in the OG colorway. Bruh. Actually, let's go to the light. Just give me that light. Oh, socks. Yeah, take those out. Adidas socks in a Jordan. Oh, God, how could I? Psych. Just give me the light. Yeah. Oh, damn, did I get... Damn it. Yeah, I just wore the red October, so there's ish all over here. I'm going to have to be careful. Let's go over here. Just blow these away. Boom. All right. So, eject. Oh, man. They did such a good job with these, man. These jump cord or whatever the fuck you would call it. The outsoles. Oh, man. Can't wait to look at that ish turn when you tighten the laces, when you pull. Big ass Jumpman. Nike ear. Bruh, this whole thing is just... Woo-wee! Damn! Oh, I just noticed it has a little Jumpman on the gold. A little off-white callback, perhaps? Maybe? Oh, man, this thing is... This doesn't get enough credit for being gorgeous. Nothing. Anyway, so there you go. Jordan 33, OG colorway, NASA Inspiration AF. I got it. Bob. Okay, next. What else we got? Ah, yeah, already peeking out here. Shout out Off-White. One time. Anyway, so one of these before, brought these out here before, but had to bring them back again. Just felt right. Oh, shoot. Hold up. Underwear time. Gotta pack efficiently. So, Super Moon Yellow. Actually, I'm kind of excited to wear these in the snow because I had mentioned in previous videos how I think the nice feature with these in this colorway is that it will look better dirty. Because as this starts to collect speckling of dirt, actually you can already kind of see it there a little bit. Actually, is that? Yeah, it's, yeah. I mean, it'll get obviously worse as this gets a little bit more muddier. And it'll really look like a fucking dirty rat's foot. Desert rat as fuck. There you go with the outsole. You can already see it starting to collect there. Already starting to look a little bit better. You know, just with the passing of time, it's more apparent to me that though these will obviously age well because they're a Yeezy period, they will not age as well as that Wave Runner. The Wave Runner is going to be on the same level as a Nike Air Yeezy 2, to be for realsies about it. Here we go, other details. I mean, just everything's plush and premium feeling with this shoe. With the leather details, the mesh, the suede, everything just feels nice on this. Obviously no boost, but who give a fuck? This is an Ortholite, no boost. But just a super unique looking shoe, obviously. And there you go with the added prane. And yeah, just the materials are sick. Not much else to say though with these. Just like every other Yeezy, not a lot of design inspiration details made apparent to us by neither Adidas or Ye and Filth, but regardless, pop. Okay. And last but not least is the OG colorway of one of the first ever models. And I know someone corrected me earlier. I could have swore this was the first ever general release Flyknit model. When Flyknit debuted at the Olympics 2012, this was the shoe that all the athletes were wearing, this Volt colorway. So obviously you see the, and they took full advantage of that Flyknit demonstration, because, you know, when else had you seen so many different variations and colors on the same shoe, all from the same, you know, upper. You know, obviously, as you can see, this Flyknit, just like the Yeezy, the white pair that I recently was rocking last trip, this pair, you know, also demonstrates that very much more stiff Flyknit as opposed to the more modern iterations of Flyknit. But I mean, the pattern, regardless, is pretty OD. A little bit of wear on these because I have worn them once or twice, but yeah, just a classic model, and obviously a very historic model, hence why I had to cop. And all the dynamics of colors on these, plus the loud bop of Volt, makes this super duper. So let's add that to the pile. This one we can do more of a bop. Damn, son, where'd you find this? Got him. Okay, time for the coup de grace, as they say in another language. Hee. Okay. All right, how do I do this? Let's just open this first. Boom, boom. Shout out to Brooks Brothers. Actually got this bag for free. Nice. Actually, I don't think I've ever shown you guys the bag itself, but a nice little, and it's got a ton of wear now. I've had this since 2011. And this ish I got for free from Brooks Brothers. It was my first ever purchase at Brooks Brothers. I was in there looking for a coat. And with the purchase of the coat, or I believe with a certain dollar amount purchase, they were giving this bag away for free. So I was like, hell yeah, cuz, give me that ish. It's got a roller on it, and you know, it's great for traveling. The only qualm I have with it is when you lean it up, it tends to fall backwards. Not even forward, but backwards. So you always have to like kind of lean it against something because it continually falls back that way. But it would. Anyway, let's get down to brass. Get it? Am I right? Tax. Woo. All right, so nothing too crazy, something light. So here we have the OG Onitsuka Tigers. Damn, I already forgot the model name. Oh no, Mexico 66. So these debuted for the Olympics in 1966. And man, I have been slacking on these history videos because this is a very historic model, and basically the inspiration that eventually led to the creation of Nike as a brand back when it was Blue Ribbon Sports. You can see a lot of similar cues from a similar model of these shoes, which is the Corsair model, and that correlated to what later became the Nike Cortez. A lot of things to discuss along that front history-wise, but we're just chugging along with these videos, guys. Sorry, I don't do this full time. You see those hits of suede on there. Not a bad suede at all. Very GR. You can pick these up at any time. Super not limited, which is fantastic for such a historic model. And Oops, and I do love these little pull tabbies on the back. Just gives the shoe a little bit extra dimension to them, which is great. Get it? Tiger? Yo, I just came up with that there, son. Ah! Whee! Anyway, whoops. Okay, all right, next we got Nike Free in the Flyknit iteration. These are a 3.0, I believe. So these come from a grade of 3.0 to 5.0. The closer you get to 0, the closer you get to straight up just freeness, aka the whole inspiration for these was to replicate when Nike was visiting the Stanford University campus. They were watching golfers and they were golfing barefoot, and so they got the inspiration to say, hey, if we can replicate as close to barefoot as possible while maintaining some sort of protection, obviously, for people, you know, running around barefoot, then this could be a great running shoe. And that's kind of where these came from. Obviously, I don't have an OG model, just impossible for me to find these days, because people back then were buying them for running and not collecting. I doubt any collectors own a pair of those OGs, but if you do, shout out to you, props to you. But that pastel-y whiteness that's on the shoe, coupled with these combination of colors, this was just a no-brainer for me. And I have gotten compliments on these before, just from general standard buyers. Yeah, free and flexible, run natural. Hey, yeah. But yeah, these were also not very hyped, very easy to get off Nike.com back when I got them. And I'm sure there's going to be different colorways and updates to this model, since I bought this back in 2016, I believe, if not early 2017. So it is what it is. But yeah, just another flexible pair that could fit in my bag. So bop. Next, what do we got? Along the theme of Yeezy. So we have got here the Adidas Calabasas. I planned one of the OG Adidas models in the olden days called the Power Phase, but this was a modern update by Kanye with the nice little sheen of Calabasas. Lovely, lovely premium leather on these. The bluish, slatish type pair, the grayish type pair, is phenomenal looking as well. Black one, not so much in my opinion. But this being the OG colorway, I had to go with these. Resale wasn't too crazy on these at the time either. But yeah, not, again, just like every other Yeezy model, not much known about where the inspiration to work on this model came from. But a nice little addition to the Yeezy line, if you will, even though it's technically not a full-on Yeezy. Just in terms of the history of the progression of his design process. But with that said, Bob. Okay, next, what do we got? So I tried to switch it up a little bit more this trip because I'm tired of bringing Boost all the time. But the reason I do that is because those are the more flexible shoes I own. But with Nike, I kind of have to stick to more Flyknit type models that can bend, you know, so that they're not bulky and taking up too much space, because I do love to bring as much variety as possible, but it just makes it very difficult. Like, I can't just stuff a bunch of Air Maxes in there or a bunch of Jordans, you know what I'm saying? With that said, I'd made a dedicated video about these way back when. These are the OG colorway of the first Nike Epic React Flyknit. And there's been non-Flyknit versions that have come out at a more cost-effective model. A lot more colorways of these have come out, but nothing beats this colorway at all. And these were not even that difficult to get when they dropped, but people figured it out too late, and they did end up actually selling out. So people that actually did want them would have to pay resale on them. Luckily, one of the few times I'm able to get a dope model for retail. Now, a lot of people are also talking about the white upper version that also dropped in those initial few colorways. But to me, this was the winner because there's more dynamic changes in color. Plus, it's way more wearable having the upper be this dark navy-ish as opposed to pure white. Kind of like how the OG NMD R1 PKs came in this more black upper versus the white upper, and the white one just isn't going to age as well. So glad I went with that OG model for that one as well. But you see this bop of fucking infrared pinkish bullshit right here. This is so dope. And then you see this with the Nike kind of written in there, and then the nice bop of yellow to kind of just tie this whole ish together like a fucking delicious rainbow of I was gonna say Narnia, but goddamn, I gotta work on my wit, man. I gotta work on my wit if I'm gonna keep up this comedy game, you know what I'm saying? But then that lovely bop of the pink right in the shoe. Oh man, I love just looking at these sometimes. They're just a gorgeous shoe. The subtle swoosh kind of sticking out from the rest of the upper, but also settling in. And then of course you get the aggressive tooling of the React foam. First time there was exposed React on a Nike model. Very first model with React technology was the Hyperdyne 2017, but that one was encased. This one being the first exposed. Anyway, bop. All right, moving right along, we got another winter favorite of mine. For some reason, I just love busting these out in the winter because when you throw it against the snow, it just looks incredible. Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at it? But yeah, Kobe 9, a light, low Beethoven. Now, why is it called the Beethoven? I don't know, but I don't give a boo because they is just straight gorgy. But yeah, I mean, just look at this Flyknit pattern, man. Just really taking advantage of that early Flyknit, the speckling, the grays, the great grip on these outsoles, mimicking the foot map-ish. Alternating patterns from the lateral to the medial side of the shoe. Just look at that Flyknit, man. Again, very early Flyknit, so a lot of synthetic plasticky whatever underneath, along with the fly wire to kind of tie it all together. But still, I mean, just a gorgeous looking shoe. And then even the insole, you see like that lovely carbon fiber aesthetic type ish to it. Is there carbon fiber on this shoe? Yep, right there, just a little bit. Pretty dope. Jordan 11 triggered right there. Oh yeah, I forgot, right on the heel cup as well. And then obviously the Kobe code, which I still don't know what the translation is. I don't know if anyone ever figured it out, but if you did, I would love to hear from you in the comments. And then the swoosh with the grays and the speckling and the aero thing, just fuego. The Kobe logo, ayo, the Kobe signature. More details to the tongue. This is just phenomenal execution, man. Just a perfect winter shoe. Can't wait to rock days. Shout out to nobody in particular. Anyway, you know what time it is? Bop. All right, and last but not least, one of the already forgotten models of 2018. To some, the shoe of the decade, if not the best shoe of all time. The Jordan 3 Black Cement. To me, one of the most iconic, if not the most iconic Jordans of all time. Nike Air on the back, obviously just super tied together. Looks great with jeans, looks great with everything. First Jordan model with an air bubble to it, Air Max bubble. The Nike written on the bottom instead of Jordan. Just all around classic, my guy. You see the Nike Air written on the insole there. Beautiful red trim here to hit you with that bop of red on the tongue. This is just, oh man, elephant print, mimicking that 80s aesthetic. This is just, so hard to go wrong with these shoes, man. So hard. That tumbled leather, nothing too crazy, but nothing bad at all. It was a GR, relatively speaking. I still had to pay resale because it was that iconic of a shoe that I could just not get my hands on it, but finally got it for not too much more than retail price, and definitely one of the more prized possessions in my collection. And unfortunately, because I have so many, I don't get a chance to wear them that often. I did do a dedicated history video on this model, of course, so feel free to check that out. Yeah, there you go. Bob. Got a lot of videos to catch up on. I am so behind on so many videos that have already been filmed. They just need to be edited. It's just been such a process. I've been juggling that with trying to get better at stand-up. It's just, and now I'm working again, so it's just like a lot going on. I apologize. There will be some more podcast-ish coming. I did record some, just has to be uploaded. Hypebeast history videos on a couple brands, Fear of God and John Elliott, also on the way. And Twitch, I'm sorry, I know I said I'd work on some Twitch stuff. I got a stream going. I believe my username is Dr. Bojangles11, I believe. I got a stream going for once, but it's just laggy. I have a couple things I need to troubleshoot to fix the lag. Shout out to those that gave me some suggestions. I'm going to work on that when I get back to New York. And Try white. And then I'm gonna, yeah, and then I'm hopefully gonna be streaming that more often. But yeah, stay tuned. With that said, we'll see you on the next one. We out. Peace.